Welcome to the Wolfram Language in Section 2 of Fast Introduction for Programmers. This section is about notebook documents like the document displayed in this video. Here is an example of a notebook document. Notebook documents can include inputs and outputs and headings and images and ordinary text, and support many features for formatting and organizing your work. This particular notebook includes a heading and a line of explanatory text and an input and an output. The output in this example shows an interactive control within a notebook document. The interactive control here is a pop-up menu for controlling and running the program. Every notebook document starts out as a blank document like this one. When you enter input, you are editing that document. Notebook documents are organized into cells. Cells are identified by cell brackets near the right edge of the window. Some of the cells are grouped together. Grouped cells are indicated by nested cell brackets. For example, in this notebook, each input cell is grouped with the corresponding output cell. You can close a cell group by double-clicking on the cell bracket like this, and you can reopen a closed cell group by double-clicking again. This feature of being able to open and close cell groups is especially useful in notebooks with large cell groups. For example, here again is the sample notebook, which has two large cell groups. Double-clicking on the cell brackets makes it easier to see the outline of the notebook. You can double-click on closed cell groups to display or work on selected parts of the notebook. Returning again to the previous notebook, the horizontal line after the last cell is the cell insertion bar. That is where a new cell will be created when you enter new input. For example, this input creates a new cell and a new cell bracket, and the input appears in that new cell. You can also click between cells or before the first cell to insert a new cell somewhere else. For example, you can position the mouse pointer between two cells and click to get a horizontal line, the cell insertion bar, and then start typing, and the new cell will be inserted between the existing cells. You can also select several cells and do the calculations in all of those cells. For example, here are 3 cells with a simple input in each cell. This sort of structure can be useful when you want to organize different pieces of a program in different cells. Then to run the entire program, select all 3 cells and press Shift-Enter or Shift-Return, depending on how the keys on your computer keyboard are labeled, to do the calculations in those cells. You can find more information about notebook documents by choosing Wolfram Documentation under the Help menu to bring up the Documentation Center page, clicking the Documents and Presentation button, and choosing Notebook Documents in the menu that comes up, which brings up a page with more information about things you can do with notebook documents. We invite you to continue with the next videos in this series, which introduce Wolfram language functions and the basic structure of the language.